So you're finally doing it. You've booked your dream trip to Italy, right? Imagining the pasta, the history, the art. And then you try to plan your travel between cities and you hit a wall. Trenitalia, Italo, Frecciarossa, validating tickets. What does it all mean? I mean, it can be totally overwhelming. Today, we're here to tell you it's so much simpler than it looks. That's why in this guide, we're going to break down everything step by step so you can buy your Italian train tickets with total confidence. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick.
And I'm Andrea. And by the end of this video, the entire Italian train system will be completely demystified. You know exactly which train to book, where to find the best price, and what to do when you get to the station. Our goal is to swap the travel anxiety for pure excitement, because traveling by train is hands down the most convenient and scenic way to see Italy. The system is well connected, efficient, and honestly a beautiful part of the entire experience. We are going to cover it all, from the big picture down to the tiny details that will make your journey totally seamless. So let's begin.
So let's begin with the two main types of Italian trains. First things first, make it simple, right? When you look at Italian trains, you can basically boil them down to, two types. The fast ones and the local ones. The high-speed trains called Alta Velocità and the regional trains called the Regionale. And getting the difference is kind of like the secret to planning your entire trip. High-speed trains are sleek, modern. I mean, they're beautiful, right? That's what the ones you want to use if you can. These are your Frecciarossa, Frecciargento, Intercity, and Italo trains. They're built to zip between the major cities, think Rome, Florence, Venice, as fast as possible, hitting speeds of up to 300 kilometers an hour. They make very few stops, kind of like a non-stop flight.
Since they're a premium service, you get perks like assigned seat, air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and different classes of service. For these trains, booking ahead is a must, not just to get a seat, but to get a much, much better price. On the other hand, you have the regional trains or the Regionale. These are the unsung heroes of the Italian rail network. They are slower, they stop a lot, and they are designed to connect the big cities with the smaller towns and villages.
And that's why they're called Regionale.
Absolutely. If you're taking a day trip from Florence to all the Tuscan countryside or exploring the Cinque Terre, you'll be on a Regionale train. These trains are no frills. They have no seat reservation, so you just hop on and find the spot. The fares are also fixed, which means there's no reason to book in advance. This gives you the amazing flexibility for that spontaneous moment. Let's get on and see those cute towns around.
Yes, exactly. So to recap, right? Long haul between big cities, you take the high speed. Short trips to smaller towns, Regionale is your answer. Now,
Absolutely.
Let's compare Trenitalia with Italo, because now that you know the train types, there are two companies you'll potentially be buying from. So Trenitalia is the big one, right? This is the state-owned national railway, and they pretty much run everything from the super fast Frecce trains, which means arrows, all the way down to the huge network of intercity and regional trains. Now, because they're a national carrier, their web is massive. They reach pretty much every single corner of Italy. If you're going anywhere off the beaten path, you're almost guaranteed to be riding with Trenitalia.
Absolutely. And then there's Italo, a private company that started in 2012 and operates only high-speed trains and the most popular routes connecting Italy's major cities. They also have some buses that connect cities that are not connected by train. So you can grab an Italo between places like Milan, Venice, Florence, Rome, and Naples. Since they compete directly with Trenitalia high-speed trains, it always pays off to compare prices between the two companies. Sometimes Italo is cheaper, sometimes Trenitalia is cheaper, sometimes are the same. Italo has a reputation for being chic and modern and often with some perks like leather seats. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. Here's the bottom line. Traveling between major cities, you have a choice. Compare both Trenitalia and Italo. Heading to a small, tiny village, Trenitalia will be your only option.
So how do you actually buy your ticket, right? Because this is something that I'm sure you all want to know. So you know the trains, you know the companies, but this is where people tend to get confused, right? But it's actually not that big of a deal once you know the right way. So the easiest method for beginners is just use an app. Number one app, for a first timer? Omio. The platform is brilliant. They put all the schedules and the prices from both Trenitalia and Italo into one single English language website or the app. So it solves already a few problems instantly. One, you don't have to bounce between two different websites to price shop. The app does it all for you, right? And two, they're built for tourists. They work flawlessly with international credit cards, which can actually be a frustrating issue sometimes on Italian websites. You just type in, let's say, Florence to Rome, pick your date, and it lays out every single option for you. Also, Omio allows you to book buses, ferry boats, and flights, making it the perfect choice to book all your travel needs. By the way, you can scan this QR code or follow the link in the description below for Omio.
Okay, here's a little example on how it works. So let's say you want to go from Rome to Milan on June 5th, going back to Rome in 2 days later. You select your departure station, in this case it's Roma Termini, more about that later, and your arrival station, Milano Centrale. You pick your departure day and your return day, and then the number of passengers, in our case, 2, and then click on Search. Here's the result page. On top, you will find some filters that you can apply to your search. For example, you only want to have the direct train with no changes in between. Also, you do not want to get up too early on your holiday, so you pick that trains that leaves after 9 a.m. Here you can see you have some choices. For example, the Frecciarossa 9520 that leaves Rome Termini at 9:10 a.m. and arrives at Milan at 12:50 p.m. The train ride takes about 3 hours and 40 minutes. So let's select this one. Going back, say you would like to have the whole day in Milan, so you can select trains that leaves Milan Centrale after 5 p.m. And bingo, we have a 5:10 p.m. that arrives in Rome at 8:25 p.m. So let's pick this one. Here's the summary of your trip. Now it's time to select your level of service and the fare, because the default is the cheapest possible level of service and fare. So we click on Edit Tickets. For your outbound journey, say you want to be in business class and maybe you would like to nap a little bit, so you can pick the Area Silenzio or the quiet zone. Also, if you want the flexibility to be able to change your departure time, you can pick the economy fare, that, as you can see here, is changeable but not refundable. Then you click Save. And now it's time to edit your return ticket, and you can do exactly the same thing as before. And there you have it. This is your route and the price for your journey. Now, you can click on the passenger detail to fill up all your passenger information before you proceed to the payment. If you collect points with Frecciarossa, you can insert your loyalty number here. After filling up all the personal information, you can proceed to the payment page. In this page, you can also select your seats for an extra fee. You just click on Select Seating Option button right here. But this step is totally optional. At this point, you can select your payment method and finalize your reservation. Pretty simple, right?
I think so. Now, once you buy, your e-tickets are going to pop up right in the app, and they're going to get delivered to your email. You just show the QR code on your phone to the train manager when they come around. No printing, no stress. It's perfect. Now, let's talk about option number 2, right? This is booking directly on the Trenitalia or Italo websites or on their apps. Now, both companies have English versions of their sites, kinda-ish. The apps are pretty decent. Also, sometimes those companies run specials like promo codes or discounted fares. So you're only going to see those on the websites or the train apps themselves. When booking high-speed trains, you're going to also see fare names like Super Economy, Economy, and Base. Think of them as no changes, some changes, and total flexibility. The Super Economy tickets are the cheapest, but they're also non-refundable and locked in.
The base fare is the most flexible, but also is the priciest. So if your plans are solid, grabbing a super economy tickets for 2-3 months in advance is how you score these incredible deals. For regional train, you also buy those directly from Omio or Trenitalia online. A key thing is to know is when you buy a regional train ticket, it's already pre-validated for your specific train and time slots, so you don't need to stamp it at the train station. One pro tip, if you use the direct sites, you have to use the Italian station names, like Roma Termini for Rome or Firenze Santa Maria Novella for Florence. Another very important thing to note is that some of the major cities like Rome, Milan, Venice, or Naples have more than one train station, and getting off to the wrong one will mean being very far from the city center. For this reason, we will leave a link in the description below for a downloadable sheet of the main train station in each city, so you won't get confused.
That's great advice. Now, let's talk about the last option, right? The last option is to buy the tickets right from the train station itself, either from the kiosk or the ticket window. Now, kiosks have an English language option, and they're easy enough to figure out, but we recommend this only in two situations. First, let's say you're making a spontaneous decision to take a regional train. The price, it's always going to be the same, so you lose nothing by buying it right before you go. Second, let's say you're tired, right? Because your credit card doesn't work online. Otherwise, try to avoid it. Last-minute high-speed tickets, they're usually more expensive, and the popular trains can sell out. Plus, the lines at the ticket counters, they can be crazy. You don't need that added stress, right?
Absolutely. You've got your ticket, you don't need to print it. An electronic version on your phone works just fine. Now, for the real-world part, Italian train stations are busy. They run on a simple logic. First, get to the train station about 20 to 30 minutes before your departure. The very first thing you need to find is the giant departure board, called the partenze. Don't get distracted by the small monitors on the platform. Find the big board in the main hall. Now, here is the key. Look for your train number, not the destination. Your ticket has a train number like 9584, for example. Find that number on the board. This is extremely important because the board displays the final destination of the train that might not be your own destination.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say, for example, you're going from Florence to Rome, right? The train's final destination might be Napoli or Salerno. So if you're looking for Rome on the board, you may not actually find it, or you might find the wrong train. Bottom line, always check for the train number.
The platform number, or Binario, usually pops up 15 to 20 minutes before departure. Once it appears next to your train number, you can head to that platform with confidence. Now, for what is actually the most critical tip on this whole video, validating your ticket. This only applies if you have a physical paper ticket for a regional train without a specific time on it. If you bought the regional tickets from a kiosk at the station, you must validate it before you get on the train. So what you do? You look for a small green or yellow stamping machine at the entrance of the platform. You slide your ticket in, it makes a ka-chunk sound, and it prints the date and the time on your ticket. If you have an electronic ticket, you can do the check-in online or on the app, and you are all set in a very, very simple way.
Yeah, but if you forget to validate that paper ticket and the train manager checks your ticket, well, you're probably going to get fined. Talking about 50 euros or more and some delays. They're not sympathetic to tourists or excuses. The rules are the rules. Again, if you're on a high-speed train, there's nothing to think about. You don't validate. You just go to your seat and enjoy. For regional trains, if you bought your ticket online, you can do the check-in through the Omio map. Just follow these simple instructions.
Now, if you're traveling on an high-speed trains, at the platform you will see monitors that display where your coach will stop. So you can walk to that one corresponding one to your assigned coach and wait there for your train to stop. Lastly, let's talk about bags. At the time of recording, you can bring as many bags as you like on Italian trains. However, you have to keep in mind that you will need to lift your bag up and down the train yourself, and this might be a challenge, so pack light.
Definitely. All right, so you found the platform, you validated your ticket if you had to, and now you're on board. Now what? Well, if you're on a high-speed train, your ticket has an assigned car called a carrozza and a seat called un posto. The car number is on the side of each carriage, so just stroll down to the platform until you find yours. Just find your seat and enjoy. Now, sometimes it might happen that somebody else is sitting in your assigned seat. In that case, just ask them gently. Don't beat them up. just to let them know that this is your seat. And if there's any trouble, just ask the train manager to come around and they'll take care of it for you. They'll fix the entire situation. If you're on a high-speed train, depending on the level of service you book, you might have some extra perks. For example, in business, they'll bring you something to drink and a light snack. Now, if you're an executive on Trenitalia, well, you get a full a la carte meal with all the wine you could possibly drink. Now, on high-speed trains, there's always a bar on board that serves sandwiches, snacks, coffee, and drinks, and that bar is usually located between the premium and business class cars. Now, if you need to use a bathroom, they're usually located by the entrance off each carrozza.
Luggage is easy. There are overhead racks for smaller bags and larger bags racked at the end of each coach for a big suitcase. Also, you can store your bag in between two seats. It's generally very safe, but if you are worried, a cheap little cable lock to secure a bag gives you the extra peace of mind. On Regionale train is a free-for-all. No assigned seat, first come, first serve. During rush hour, they can get very packed, and you might have to stand up for a bit. Just find the space and enjoy the ride.
And finally, before we run, here's a few, final crucial pointers, right? First, let's talk about train strikes. These are called scioperi, and yeah, they're a thing in Italy, and they're usually announced in advance. Now, if you book through an app like Omio, you'll often get an alert. Now, I've never seen one on the Trenitalia app, but on Omio, you will. It's also smart to just Google Italy train strike a few days before, just to be sure.
Second, delays can happen and sometimes can be quite long. If you need to book a connecting train, make sure to keep a good buffer of time to change the trains. Now, if you know that you need to change a train, book a changeable fare. That way, if you see that your train is delayed, you can change it for another departure. And finally, relax. It's a great system that millions of people use every day. The trains are generally on time, clean, and wonderfully civilized way to see the country.
So there you have it. From the high-speed Frecciarossa all the way to the local Regionale, from booking on Omio to stamping that paper ticket, you're now officially ready to take the Italian train system.
See, it's way easier than it looks. By booking online and knowing a few key rules at the station, your trip will be completely stress-free. Now, you can get back to focusing on the important stuff like which flavor of gelato you are going to grab the second you arrive.
Or a glass of wine.
Or a glass of
Exactly.
wine.
All right, so Italy is an incredible country, and watching its landscapes from a train window is absolutely beautiful. But what are your Italian train plans? Are you going to be taking a train between, say, Rome and Florence, or are you going to be exploring the smaller towns? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because we love hearing about all your adventures, and of course, we'll do our best to answer any questions you still have. And while you're there, if you found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it'll help others find the video, it'll support the channel, and it makes sure you won't miss us in our next video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.